Amazing kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking for space, it's Morris.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Turning on the Jets. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it will be 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The give. And they're in for a touchdown.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Gain of 21 on the play. And a first down for the offense.
Here comes the offense on first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. Looking to throw again. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And he plows his way into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He's got great speed. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Punt is in the air. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab outside. It's Gilmore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The inside handoff. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Now they're going to throw it. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Gilmore. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Gilmore. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. They go to the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing.
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw on you.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Morris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Keeps it on the draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Lost to throw again. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Snap from the gun on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Snags a quick pass on the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to take a shot on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Gilmore. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. Pulls in the deep ball. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Here's the handoff. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking to fire. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Went up top on 2nd down. That leaves him needing a yard here on 3rd down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They go to the wide receiver screen. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Richmond. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. It's caught. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Oh, it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll leave it with the lone back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murphy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The give to the tailback. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The punt team makes its way onto the field.
On to punt it away.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. He slips and slides his way out to the 14.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ross. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The sure hands, it's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Pulls it in. It's Richmond. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They're going back to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They
Coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
So no dice on 3rd down, and they'll punt it away on 4th. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Gilmore. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now on first down from the 30. They'll give it to him again. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The 40. Running inside the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's McPherson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off play action on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gilmore. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll try to pop the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. The give to the back. He's loose. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. Looking to fire. Wide out, trying to get it in. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. It's Gilmore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Looking left. Somehow fits it into that traffic. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. QB draw. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. If it works. They tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
Now, how about a good job by the defense? You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true, came up with a big sack the next play.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field. But how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
The run from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, going up top. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. And they've regained the lead.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got him still on his feet. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to looking for the end zone. A little alley into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Gets the back moving. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his man, it's Richmond. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Richmond. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Richmond. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the 1st down play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. It's caught downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.